Now 9 o'clock. Ladies and gentlemen, our session will now commence. Shall we all rise?
Good morning, everyone. The 42nd regular session is now called to order.
Merciful Father, today we gather once again for this 42nd regular session, mindful of the responsibilities entrusted to us and the work we are called to fulfill. We thank you for the strength to continue serving, for the wisdom we gain each day, and for the opportunity to work together in unity. We ask you to bless all municipal officials and everyone gathered in this session hall today. Grant us calm minds, open hearts, and the humility to listen and understand one another. Guide our discussions with sincerity, our decisions with responsibility, and our actions with fairness and integrity for the good of our community and our people. In moments of difficulty, give us patience. In moments of uncertainty, grant us wisdom and clarity. May this session be peaceful, productive, and filled with genuine service. With gratitude and trust in you, we offer this prayer. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiging, hewas ng silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuyak ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisikin, sa nagatak tugong sa simoy at sa langit o bagaw, ay hinatang tulang awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang lang matawan mo'y tagumpay na naghihingi, ang bituin at karoon niya kailan pang ay matitingin. Lupa ng araw ng walhati pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya na kay malaki, at mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
For the recitation of the Panunumpa sa Watawat, may we have Honorable Ante.
Kami anak ng sagana, bigyan pugay ang bawat lumikha ng tagumpay. Sa hirap at ginhawa kami kaagapan. Polomolok tahanan ng kayamanan, lalong pagyamanin, kultura at karangalan. Hawak kamay, pagtibayin ating katungkulan, ipagpunit isisigaw sa buong sanlibutan. Polomolok tahanan ng manggagawa, polomolok tahanan ng mga bayani, Muslim, katutubo at mga Kristiyano, kapit-bisig sa pag-unlad ang siyang minimiti. Ipagmundi bawat tagumpay, taas mo, iwagaybay, Panginoon, kami naman, bawat pagtahang itong buhay. Polomolok tahanan ng kayamanan, lalong pagyamanin, kultura at karangalan. Hawak kamay, pagtibayin ating katungkulan, ipagpunit isisigaw sa buong sangbayanan. Ipagpunit isisigaw sa buong sanlibutan.
Honorable Orbisido for the recitation of the Councilor's Creed. Please take your seats. Secretariat, please call the roll.
Absent in this morning session is Councilor Baitos, who is on wellness leave. And the time of arrival of Councilor Costas is 4 minutes after 9. So there's only one member absent, Madam Presiding.
With that, let's proceed.
For the reading and consideration of our previous minutes, we have the minutes of the 40th regular session held at the SB Session Hall on May 5, 2026.
Any corrections to the minutes? If none, the same is approved as read.
For the privilege hour and the question hour, before the session started, Councilor Salada did ask for a time to avail of the privilege hour regarding the two committee reports that he intends to be included in the committee report this morning, Madam Presiding.
Honorable Salada.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. This pertains, Madam Presiding Officer, about two committee reports that I would like to render and manifest that this be included in our agenda this morning. These two committee reports regarding the Committee on Rules and Good Governance and Committee on Land Use with regards to the deed of donation of a parcel of land located at Barangay Pagalongan for Comelec Office Building and construction of new Hall of Justice. And I'm praying that this be included in today's agenda. Madam Presiding, thank you.
The same will be treated later.
For the reading and referral of proposed measures or communications. Number 1, we have communication. Letter A, from the Office of the Municipal Mayor, dated May 18, 2026, addressed to the Honorable Members of the Sangguniang Bayan through Honorable Flores Bansuelo Carlos, Municipal Vice Mayor, Presiding Officer, gentlemen and ladies. We are respectfully submitting herewith a memorandum dated May 18, 2026 from the MLGOO relative to empowering local government units on the Palenque QRPH program. In this regard, we are submitting the attached communication for your kind reference and appropriate action. Thank you very much for your attention and continuing commitment to good governance. In public service, signed, Honorable Bernie de Palencia, Municipal Mayor.
This is already moot and academic. This was last May 21. Should be May 21, the Zoom meeting. So, nevertheless, this will be referred to the Committee on Econ Enterprise for whatever measures the committee chair would pass into.
And letter B is dated May 22, 2026, addressed to this august body through the Honorable Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer. Dear ladies and gentlemen, greetings. The Municipal Government of Polomolok, in partnership with Maintana Foundation Incorporated, proposes to enter into an MOU or Memorandum of Understanding for the implementation of the Promoting Peace Engagements and Community Empowerment Towards Progress and Healing, or through Peace PH program. The said program is funded by the Global Community Engagement and Resilience Fund with a project duration of from February 1, 2026 to June 30, 2028. In view of the foregoing, the undersigned respectfully requests the honorable members of the Sangguniang Bayan to consider the passage of a resolution authorizing our municipal mayor, Honorable Bernie de Palencia, to enter into an MOU with the Maintana Foundation Incorporated for the implementation of the Promoting Peace Engagement and Community Empowerment Towards Progress and Healing, or Pro-Peace PH program in the municipality of Polomolok. Attached herewith are the cover letter and the draft MOU for your review and consideration. And in public service, this is signed by our municipal mayor.
This will be urgent later.
And letter C is also dated May 22, 2026, addressed to this august body through the Honorable Vice Mayor. Dear ladies and gentlemen, greetings. The DSWD Field Office 12, represented by its Regional Director, Loreto V. Cabaya Jr., has proposed the execution of a MOA with the LGU of Polomolok for the implementation of the Pag-Abot program within the municipality. The Pag-Abot program is a flagship program of the DSWD that aims to reach out, rescue, and provide appropriate assistance to children, individuals, and families in street situations, with the end goal of facilitating the rehabilitation, reintegration, and eventual self-sufficiency. In view of the foregoing, the undersigned respectfully requests the honorable members of the Sangguniang Bayan to consider the urgent passage of a resolution authorizing our local chief executive to enter into a MOA with the DSWD Field Office 12 for the implementation of the Pag-Abot program in our municipality. Attached herewith is the draft MOA for your review and consideration, signed by our municipal mayor.
The same is urgent.
And letter D is also dated May 22, 2026, addressed to this august body through the Honorable Vice Mayor. Dear ladies and gentlemen, greetings. The municipality of Polomolok, represented by its municipal mayor, Engineer Bernie de Palencia, intends to donate to the PNP, represented by Police Lieutenant Colonel Ruel V. Abihero, Chief of Police, the following items to support and strengthen law enforcement operations in the municipality: 9 sets bulletproof vest, adjustable and detachable 1000D nylon vest, multifunctional outdoor gear with mole patches, helmet compa with bulletproof level 3, plate 10 by 12 inches light tactical equipment, bulletproof protection body armor, vest insert plate, and 9 sets Philippine NIJ 3A Police PNP bulletproof black fast ballistic helmet. In view of the foregoing, the undersigned respectfully requests the honorable members of the Sangguniang Bayan to consider the urgent passage of a resolution authorizing our local chief executive to sign and execute a deed of donation in favor of the PNP Polomolok Municipal Police Station for the donation of the 9 sets of bulletproof vests and 9 sets of bulletproof ballistic helmets. Attached herewith is the draft of the deed of donation for review and consideration, signed by our municipal mayor.
The same is urgent.
And for our late communication, we have one communication which is considered late, and this is dated May 25, 2026, addressed to this august body through the Honorable Vice Mayor. Dear ladies and gentlemen, greetings. Adelaida Donasco, Purok Chairman of Purok Masaya, Barangay Poblacion, has formally requested the temporary closure of the road at Block 3 starting 1 p.m. until 11:59 p.m. on May 29, 2026, in connection with the 38th founding anniversary celebration theme, One Purok, One Community. The organizers have assured that proper coordination, crowd management, and cleanliness of the area will be observed throughout the event. In view of the foregoing, the undersigned respectfully requests the honorable members of the Sangguniang Bayan to consider the urgent passage of a resolution authorizing the temporary closure of road at Block 3, Purok Masaya 1, Barangay Poblacion, Municipality of Polomolok on May 29, 2026, starting 1 p.m. in connection with the 38th founding anniversary celebration of Purok Masaya under the theme One Purok, One Community. Attached herewith is the letter request of Purok Chairman Donasco for your review and consideration, signed by our municipal mayor.
The same is urgent.
For our committee reports, this morning we have 8 committee reports calendared, to include that which were manifested by Councilor Rosalada during the privilege hour. So all in all, we have 8. And the first late community report is the joint report from the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations and Committee on Barangay Affairs, subject fiscal year 2026, General Fund, Annual Budget of Barangays, Lapo, Sumbakil, Rubber, Polo, and Maligo.
The Honorable Buntoyan will do the reporting, Madam President.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Madam Presiding. This is a 22nd Joint Committee Report dated May 26, 2026. Committee Report on Finance and Budget and Appropriation and Committee on Barangay Affairs. Subject, Fiscal Year 2026 General Fund Annual Budget of the following barangays: Barangay Lapu, Barangay Sumbakil, Barangay Rubber, Barangay Pulo, and Barangay Maligo. Facts and findings: the above measures was referred to the herein committee for review and proper action on May 12 and May 19, 2026. The Joint Committee held meetings on May 20 at 9 a.m. in the morning at SB Session Hall, SB Building, Municipality. For consideration and for the above-mentioned measures was attended by the Joint Committee members and the barangay officials of Barangay Lapu, Barangay Sumbakil, Barangay Maligo, Barangay Rabir, and Barangay Pulo, this municipality. Upon deliberation, the Joint Committee found the following facts: that the Barangay Lapu has an annual budget amounting to 5,214,032 pesos, which was source fund from share from National Tax Allotment or NTA, the 5,129,032 pesos, share from real property tax, the 35,000, community tax, 25,000, clearance and certification pay, 25,000, and a total of 5,214,32 500 214 pesos and 32 pesos. The formation budget was appropriated as follows. Object and expenditures, the personal services is 1,865,500. The MOOE is 945,820 and 80 centavos. The 20% Community Development Fund is 1,025,806 and 40 centavos. The 10% Sangguniang Bayan, Sangguniang Kabataan, 521,403 and 20 centavos. The 5% Bidrim Fund is 260,701 and 60 centavos. Basic Services and Facilities Program, 387,800 pesos. Program and project and activities is 207,000. A total of 5,214,032 pesos. That the barangays Sumbakil has an annual budget amounting to 4,601,386, which was source fund from share from National Tax Allotment or NTA is 4,556,386. Share on real property tax is 15,000. Community tax is 10,000. Clearance and certification fee is 20,000. A total annual budget of 4,601,386 pesos. The appropriation budget was appropriated as follows. The personal services is 1,700,000. The MOOE is 907,900 pesos and 90 centavos. The 20% Community Development Fund is 911,277 and 20 centavos. The 10% SK Fund is 460,138 pesos and 60 centavos. The 5% Bedroom Fund is 230,069 pesos and 30 centavos. Basic Services and Facilities Program, 181,000. Program and projects and activities is 211,000. With a total expenditure of 4,601,386. And also the Barangay Maligo has an annual budget amounting to 8,249,165 pesos, which was source of fund from the source from the National Tax Allotment or NTA is 7,282,165. Share on real property tax, 270,000. Business tax or stores and retailers, 50,000. Other taxes or community tax is 30,000. Clearance and community and certification fees, 150,000. Tax on sand and gravel is 297,000. Rent income is 50,000. Miscellaneous income, 105,000. Other services income is 15,000 and with a total of 8,249,165. The appropriation budget was appropriated as follows. The personal services is 3,148,311 and the MOE is 1,674,046 and 25 centavos. 20% Community Development Fund is 1,456,433. 10% SK Fund is 824,916 and 50 centavos. The 5% Bedroom Fund is 458,025 centavos. Basic Services and Facilities Program, 75,000. Program, project, and activities is 659,000 and to a total expenditure of 8,249,165 pesos. And also the Barangay Rubber has an annual budget amounting to 7,606,425 with a source of fund from the National NTA or National Allotment or NTA is 7,401,425. Share on real property tax is 70,000. Clearance and certification fee is 50,000. Community tax is 35,000. Income from waterworks is 50,000 with a total source of fund of 7,606,425 425. The appropriation budget is appropriated as follows. The personal services or PS is 2,625,278 and 80 centavos. The MOE is 1,226,193 pesos and 50 centavos. The 20 Community Development Fund is 1,480,285 and the 10% Sangguniang Kabataan is 760,642 pesos and 50 centavos. The 5% Bid Dream Fund is 380,321 pesos and 25 centavos. The Basic Services and Facilities Program is 640,703 pesos and 95 centavos. Program and project and activities is 492,000 with a total expenditure of 7,606,425. The Barangay Polo has also a annual budget amounting to 6,761,872 pesos. There's a source of fund from the Share Real Property Tax or RPT is 270,000. The share on sand and gravel and quarry products is 230,000. Community tax is 55,000. Permits fees is 17,000. Clearance and certification fees 110,000. Other services income is 20,000. Rent income is 15,000. Other business income is 10,000. Share from National Allotment Tax Allotment or NTA is 5,994,872 pesos. Miscellaneous income 30,000. Subsidy from the LGU is 10,000 with a total of 6,761,872 pesos. The appropriation budget is appropriated as follows. The personal services is 2,159,714 and 34 centavos. The MOE is 1,235,565 pesos and 2 centavos. The 2% Community Development Fund is 1,198,974 pesos and 40 centavos. The 10% Sangguniang Kabataan is 676,187 pesos and 20 centavos. The 5% Bid Dream Fund is 337,593 pesos and 60 centavos. The Basic Services and Facilities Program 540,600. Program and project and activities is 613,237 and 44 centavos with a total expenditure of 6,761,872 pesos. Recommendation. With the foregoing consideration, the committee hereby recommends the following. To adopt the joint committee report, to pass resolution approving the fiscal year 2026 General Fund Annual Budget of Barangay Lapu, Barangay Sumbakil, Barangay Maligo, Barangay Rabir, and Barangay Polo, Municipality of Polomolok, the Province of South Cotabato. To send a copy of resolution approving the fiscal year 2026 General Fund Annual Budget of the Barangay Lapu, Barangay Sumbakil, Barangay Maligo, Barangay Rabir, and Barangay Polo to the Commission on Audit or COA and the Municipal Accounting and the concerned barangay. To take this urgent of this to decision, Madam Chair. Prepared by Honorable Elizar Jehovero, Chairman of Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation, concurred by yours truly, the Chairman of Committee on Barangay Affairs. Signed by Honorable Calixto B. Salada, Vice Chairman of Committee on Finance and Budget and Appropriation. Honorable Antonio B. Octavio, Vice Chairman of Barangay Affairs. Signed, Honorable Joar Falcon, Member Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation, and Member of Barangay Affairs. Signed, Honorable Jerome Y. Ante, Members on Barangay Affairs. Signed, Honorable Ligaya Barricido, Members on Committee on Finance and Appropriation. And Honorable Beribel Parto Jr., Member of Committee on Finance and Appropriation, and signed by Honorable Dave M. Amor, Members of Committee on Barangay Affairs. I sumo Madam Chair.
Said report is approved unless there's a question.
The next is also a joint report from the Committee on Youth and Sports Development and Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, subject Barangay Ordinance Number 1, Series of 2026 of Barangay Poblacion, entitled An Ordinance Institutionalizing the Annual Saya Kabataan, a Summer Youth Festival of Barangay Poblacion, Polomolok, South Cotabato, providing for its implementation, appropriating funds therefore.
For the first joint committee report from the Committee on Youth and Sports Development, Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, subject is the Barangay Ordinance Number 1 Series of 2026 of Barangay Poblacion, entitled An Ordinance Institutionalizing the Annual Saya Kabataan, a Summer Youth Festival of Barangay Poblacion, Polomolok, South Cotabato, providing for its implementation, appropriating funds therefore. For the facts and findings, the above subject matter was referred to the herein undersigned Joint Committee for review and proper action on April 14, 2026 during the 36th regular session of the 20th Sangguniang Bayan. On May 5, 2026, the Joint Committee convened a meeting at the Sangguniang Bayan Session Hall to deliberate on the proposed ordinance. The meeting was attended by the members of the Joint Committee and the Sangguniang Kabataan Council of Barangay Poblacion, led by SK Chairperson Honorable Criza Carla B. Dapanas. And for the inaugural rollout of the institutionalized Summer Youth Festival this year, the Sangguniang Kabataan Council has officially allocated a baseline budget of 170,000. This initial fund is intended to cover immediate operational costs, venue setups, and the primary lineup of youth activities, operating under a conservative fiscal boundary for its first year under this specific ordinance. The Council intends to use this allocation to assess operational viability and ensure smooth execution while maintaining financial responsibility and preventing the overextension of immediate resources. During the review of the draft ordinance, members of the committee initially suggested specifying an exact and fixed monetary amount within the measure to ensure guaranteed funding and predictable allocation for the festival in the future years. In response, SK Chairperson Criza Carla B. Dapanas clarified the intentional omission of a fixed annual appropriation, explaining that embedding a permanent figure in the local law would legally bind future SK Council to a strict funding baseline and consequently limit the fiscal autonomy of succeeding administration amid changing economic condition and budgetary realities. The authorized activities section of the ordinance should be amended to emphasize youth talent development rather than focusing primarily on strict competitions that may unintentionally exclude participants who do not wish to compete. The revised provision should promote inclusive and developmental activities that encourage participation, creativity, and self-expression among the youth, specifically covering programs and events in dance, music, arts, and literary activities including contests, workshops, exhibitions, performances, and other related engagement under a broader youth development framework, thereby ensuring that the festival remains a safe, welcoming, and empowering space for all young people. The committee further recommends that the proponents submit corrected and revised copies of the proposed ordinance reflecting the agreed amendments, particularly on the provision concerning authorized youth activities and funding flexibility, prior to its endorsement for further legislative action and eventual approval by the Honorable Sangguniang Bayan. For the recommendations, with the foregoing considerations and there have been no more discussions and or objections thereto, the Joint Committee agreed to recommend the following. First, to adopt this committee report. Second, to pass a resolution approving the Barangay Ordinance Number 1, Series of 2026 of Barangay Poblacion, entitled An Ordinance Institutionalizing the Annual Saya Kabataan, a Summer Youth Festival of Barangay Poblacion, Polomolok, South Cotabato, providing for its implementation and appropriating funds therefore. Third is to consider the said resolution as one of the urgent measures in today's session. Reported by yours truly, concurred by the chairperson of the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation, Honorable Eleazar Giovero, the vice chairperson of the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation, Honorable Calixto B. Salada, and member of the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation, Honorable Joe R. H. Falcon, member of the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation, Honorable Billy Bert C. Baitus, and the Vice Chairperson of the Committee on Youth and Sports Development, Honorable Ligaya R. Bisido, and member of the Committee on Youth and Sports Development, Honorable Jerome Y. Ante, and also a member of the Committee on Youth and Sports Development, Honorable Dave M. Amor. So I move, Ms. Presiding.
Said report is approved.
The next report is from the Committee on Women, Family, Children's Welfare, and Gender Equality. Subject request from the Office of the Municipal Mayor to the Sangguniang Bayan to initiate the review and amendment of the current Gender and Development or GAD Code of our municipality and to incorporate the updated policies, laws, and guidelines necessary for its effective implementation.
Good morning, Madam Presiding Officer, and to everyone in this August hall. This is a fourth committee report coming from the Committee on Women, Family, Children's Welfare, and Gender Equality. The subject of which is request from the Office of the Municipal Mayor to the Sangguniang Bayan to initiate the review and amendment of the current Gender and Development or GAD Code of Polomolok and to incorporate the updated policies, laws, and guidelines necessary for its effective implementation. Facts and findings. On April 15, 2026, the committee convened to deliberate on the matter. The meeting was attended by the honorable members of the committee, together with the MSWDO head, Ms. Gretchen Fatima Fowler, and also Ms. Merlisa Basia, our GAD focal person. Number two, during the deliberation, the GAD focal person raised concerns regarding the need to incorporate additional provisions in the ordinance, particularly on forced marriage, early or child marriage, and the inclusion of measures consistent with the Republic Act number 11313 or the Safe Spaces Act, in order to strengthen the protection of women, children, and other vulnerable sectors. On May 20, 2026, the committee conducted a public hearing attended by representatives from different barangays and various sectors of the community, including women's groups, youth representatives, civil society organizations, and other stakeholders to gather comments, recommendations, and inputs on the proposed measure. Number four, during the public hearing, the participants agreed to integrate related laws and the national provision, thereby further updating the GAD Code. The committee found it necessary to align with existing national laws, policies, gender and development or guidelines, including Republic Act number 9710 or the Magna Carta of Women, Republic Act number 11596 or the Prohibition of Child Marriage, or Republic Act number 9262 or the Anti-Violence Against Women, Their Children's Act, and Republic Act number 11313 or the Safer Spaces Act for more responsive and effective implementation. And number six, the committee further found that the inclusion of these updated policy basis protective provisions will reinforce the municipality's commitment to gender equality, human rights protection, women empowerment, child protection, and the promotion of safe and inclusive communities. And the recommendations to adopt this committee report, to pass a resolution further updating the Gender and Development GAD Code of the Municipality of Polomolok, and to schedule the resolution as well as the ordinance for second reading in the next regular session. Reported by the Honorable Ligaya R. Orbisido, the chairperson of the Committee on Women, Family, Children's Welfare, and Gender Equality, and concurred by Honorable Angelique Dave Costas, the vice chair of the committee, and also signed by the members of the committee, Honorable Calixto Salada, Honorable Dave Amor, and Honorable Jerome Ante. So I move, Madam Presiding.
Since you are updating the God code, isn't it an ordinance should be needed instead of a resolution?
Because we found out in the committee hearing that there is no need to, they're not requesting for the amendments of the code, only the integration of the new laws, national laws, as specified by them. But anyway, this will be deliberated for the next session.
But ordinance siya. Hindi lang siya resolution. Ordinance
Okay.
ang isa. Mali lang ang title niya. Okay.
But
sige.
anyway,
So,
this will be scheduled for deliberation in the next regular session. This is for second reading yet.
yes, but the title, you should change the title into ordinance. Not
We just
resolution.
applied the title requested for us. Yes, we will include the ordinance in the title. Thank you, Madam Presiding.
Okay, so the said report is adopted. Next.
Next report is from the Committee on Rules, Good Governance and Oversight, subject communication from the Office of the Municipal Mayor, dated August 7, 2025, requesting this Sangguniang Bayan for the passage of resolution authorizing our municipal mayor to enter into MOA and other pertinent documents related thereto with the BDO Network Bank Incorporated, a subsidiary of the BDO Unibank, for the establishment of a salary loan program for the employees of the LGU.
Again, good morning, everyone. Fifth committee report from the Committee on Rules, Good Governance and Oversight. Subject, as mentioned by the Secretary. Facts and findings. The above-mentioned measure was referred to the hearing committee for proper action during the 6th regular session of the 20th Sangguniang Bayan held on August 12, 2025. During the conduct of the committee hearing held on May 13, 2026 at the Sangguniang Bayan Session Hall, the committee requested the representatives from BDO Network Bank Incorporated to present the salient features of the proposed salary loan program intended for the employees of the local government unit of Polomolok. Number 3, the representatives from the BDO Network Bank explained that BDO NB is a subsidiary of BDO Unibank and formerly operated as one network bank prior to its acquisition by BDO. It was emphasized that the proposed program aims to provide legitimate and accessible financial assistance to employees and to help prevent them from falling into burdensome and informal lending schemes. Fourth, the committee noted that the proposed loan program is available exclusively to regular or permanent employees of the local government unit and may cover loan amounts ranging from 10,000 pesos up to 500,000 pesos, subject to bank approval, allowable network take-home pay, and compliance with existing government regulations. It was likewise discussed that the proposed loan carries a 9.5% diminishing balance interest rate, wherein the interest is computed based on the remaining loan balance, with payment terms of up to 60 months for qualified borrowers. The committee further noted that certain service fees and charges for loans amounting to 250,000 and below shall be shouldered by the bank. The representatives further explained that higher loan amounts may still be accommodated depending on the assessment of the bank and allowable policies of the local government unit. The committee also noted that the requirements for regular employees include the submission of the latest pay slips or payroll, certificate of net take-home pay, valid identification card, service record, appointment papers, and 2x2 pictures, while elected officials are likewise required to submit additional documents from the Commission on Elections and other supporting documents as may be required by the bank. During the presentation, the representatives emphasized responsible lending practices and informed the committee that applicants shall undergo assessment regarding the purpose of the loan and their repayment capacity to to ensure that employees are properly guided on the obligations, penalties, and charges associated with borrowing. The committee likewise noted that insurance coverage shall be included in the loan program without additional cost to borrowers, and that loan applications submitted through the local branch may be processed within 3 days provided all documentary requirements are complete. During the deliberations, inquiries were raised regarding the process of buyout loans from the General Service Insurance System or GSIS, to which the representatives explained that borrowers need only secure a statement of account or SUA from GSIS for the loan proceeds to be utilized in settling existing obligations. The committee further recognized that the bank also offers other financial products and services including business loans, housing loans, saving accounts, credit card services, microinsurance, and overseas Filipino-related loan programs, which were briefly explained during the hearing. And after due deliberation, the committee found the proposed salary loan program beneficial to qualified employees of the local government unit of Polomolok, subject to compliance with existing laws, auditing rules, accounting regulations, and policies governing salary deductions and government employee loan. Recommendations to adopt this committee report, to pass a resolution authorizing the municipal mayor, Honorable Bernie D. Palencia, to enter into a memorandum agreement and other pertinent documents related thereto with the BDO Network Bank Incorporated, a subsidiary of the BDO Unibank, for the establishment of a salary loan program for the employees of the local government unit of Polomolok, South Cotabato. To consider this matter as an urgent measure in today's session. Reported by yours truly, Honorable Calixto Bisala, Chairperson, Committee on Rules, Good Governance, and Oversight. Concurred by the Honorable Elisa G. Rivero, Chairperson, Honorable Ligaya R. Bisido, Honorable Bilibert Baitus, Honorable Angelique Dave Costas, Honorable Jerome Y. Anti. So I move, Madam Presiding.
Report is approved.
The next report is the report from the Committee on Environmental Protection, Natural Resources, Ecological and Solid Waste Management, and Disaster Risk Reduction and Climate Change, and the Committee on Rules, Governance, and Oversight, subject Barangay Ordinance Number 36, Series of 2026 of Barangay Country Site, entitled an Ordinance Promoting Zero Open Defecation or ZOD in Barangay Country Site, this municipality, prescribing penalties for violations and providing funds thereof.
Please proceed, Honorable Salada.
First Joint Committee Report, May 26, 2026. I proceed to facts and findings.
Yes,
Number
please.
1, the 20th Sangguniang Bayan in its 33rd regular session referred the above stated measure to the committees on March 24, 2026 for proper review and evaluation. On March 26, 2026, the Joint Committees convened to deliberate on the matter. During the discussion, the Joint Committees noted that there is already an existing municipal ordinance covering matters relating to zero open defecation or ZOD, sanitation, and related regulatory measures within the municipality of Polomolok. The Joint Committees manifested that while barangays are authorized to enact their own ordinances pursuant to existing laws and local autonomy, such ordinances must conform with and not be inconsistent with existing municipal ordinances. It was suggested that Barangay Country Site adopt and align its proposed ordinance with the existing municipal ordinance, particularly with respect to the provisions on penalties and implementation. The Joint Committees further recommended the removal of the provision on community service as a form of penalty and instead direct the same to monetary penalties appropriate at the barangay level. During the hearing, Barangay Country Site was given sufficient time to comply with the recommendations of the Joint Committees and to submit the revised final copy of the proposed barangay ordinance incorporating the suggested amendments, and finally, pending submission of the revised final copy of the ordinance, the matter is laid down on the table for further consideration by the Joint Committees. Ample time was given to the author of this ordinance, and until now, the author did not submit the amended barangay ordinance. So, recommendations to adopt this joint committee report. To require barangay canner site to submit the revised final copy of barangay ordinance number 36, series of 2026, incorporating the recommendations and observations raised during the committee hearing. Number 3, to lay the matter on the table pending compliance and submission to the revised final copy of the proposed barangay ordinance by barangay canner site. To furnish the barangay local government unit of canner site with a copy of this joint committee report for their information and appropriate action. So I move, Madam Presiding.
Said report is approved.
And the next is also a report from the Committee on Natural Resources, Ecological and Solid Waste Management, and Disaster Risk Reduction and Climate Change. Subject, Barangay Ordinance Number 1, Series of 2026 of Barangay Kinilis, entitled An Ordinance Imposing Sanitary Landfill Utilization and Environmental Service Fees on all garbage hauling trucks dumping waste at the municipal sanitary landfill located at Barangay Kinilis, this municipality.
Port Committee Report, May 26, 2026, from the committee as mentioned and the subject matter as mentioned by the Secretary. Facts and findings. The above mentioned measure was referred to the Committee on Environmental Protection, Natural Resources, Ecological and Solid Waste Management, and Disaster Risk Reduction and Climate Change for proper action during the 36th regular session on the 20th Sangguniang Bayan held on April 14, 2026. During the conduct of the committee hearing held on April 22, 2026 at the Sangguniang Bayan Session Hall, the committee emphasized the necessity of regulating and managing the utilization of the municipal sanitary landfill, including the operations of garbage hauling trucks and related services in order to improve efficiency and address environmental and social concerns affecting the host barangay. In the course of the deliberations, the committee inquired on the legal basis of the proposed ordinance, particularly considering that the measure seeks to impose sanitary landfill utilization and environmental service fees. In response thereto, the resource persons from Barangay Kinilis explained that the ordinance was proposed after it was observed that other municipalities and private companies are paying fees to the municipal government for waste disposal at the sanitary landfill located in Barangay Kinilis, while the barangay allegedly receives no corresponding share despite hosting the facility. However, the committee noted that the proposed ordinance failed to clearly cite the appropriate legal basis authorizing the barangay to impose such fees, particularly under Republic Act No. 7160, otherwise known as the Local Government Code of 1991. It was likewise clarified during the hearing that under Section 152B of Republic Act No. 7160, barangays may collect reasonable fees or charges only for services actually rendered in connection with the regulation or use of barangay-owned properties or barangay-managed facilities subject to the following conditions. The fees must be reasonable and not excessive, and the fees must directly relate to services rendered or facilities managed by the barangay. Furthermore, it was established that the municipal sanitary landfill is owned, operated, and managed by the municipal government of Polomolok, which directly renders landfill services and collects fees from outside municipalities and private entities, thereby leading the committee to find that Barangay Kinilis has no sufficient legal basis under Section 152B of Republic Act No. 7160 to impose sanitary landfill utilization and environmental service fees over a facility that is neither owned nor administered by the barangay. The committee nonetheless recognized the environmental burden and sacrifices of Barangay Kinilis as host community of the municipal sanitary landfill, including concerns on foul odor, health risks to residents, garbage spillage along access roads, and the alleged unauthorized dumping activities of some private entities and non-Polomolok waste haulers. Accordingly, the committee emphasized the necessity of proper waste segregation, regular covering of garbage, and stricter monitoring and regulation of hauling trucks and landfill operations noting that concerned municipal offices continuously monitor the area and implement measures to minimize pollution, foul odor, waste spillage, and unauthorized dumping activities. And in view of the foregoing, the committee recognized that while Barangay Quiniles has no sufficient legal basis to impose sanitary landfill utilization and environmental service fees under Section 152B of Republic Act Number 7160, there remains a necessity for the municipal government to continuously strengthen the management, monitoring, and maintenance of the municipal sanitary landfill in order to address the environmental and health concerns affecting the residents of Barangay Quiniles. Recommendations: to adopt this committee report, to pass a resolution not favorably considering the enactment and approval of Barangay Ordinance Number 1, Series of 2026 of Barangay Quiniles, entitled An Ordinance Imposing Sanitary Landfill Utilization and Environmental Service Fees on all garbage hauling trucks dumping waste to the municipal sanitary landfill located in Barangay Quiniles, Municipality of Polomolok, South Cotabato, for lack of sufficient legal basis under Section 152B of Republic Act Number 7160. To direct the concerned municipal offices to strengthen the monitoring, regulation, and maintenance of the municipal sanitary landfill, including the strict regulation of garbage hauling trucks entering and exiting the facility in order to address environmental and public health concerns affecting Barangay Quiniles, and to furnish the Barangay Local Government Unit of Quiniles and the concerned municipal offices with a copy of this committee report for their information and appropriate action. And to pass a resolution not favorably considering the enactment of this ordinance of Barangay Quiniles.
May I suggest to the honorable gentleman that instead of a resolution not favoring ordinance number 1 of Barangay Quiniles, what if we will just state simply as disapproving ordinance number 1?
Dili kayo harsh ang among gihimo. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so please take note, Secretariat. The same is approved.
Okay, noted, Madam Presiding. The next report is also the report from the Committee on Health, Nutrition, and Sanitation. Subject, Barangay Resolution Number 26, Series of 2026 of Barangay Poblacion, entitled the Resolution Affirming and Reenacting Ordinance Number 12, Series of 2025, an ordinance promoting healthy beverage choices by encouraging the serving of fresh milk and other nutritious drinks in place of soft drinks and other sugar-sweetened beverages during barangay affairs, gatherings, and meetings in Barangay Poblacion, Polomolok, South Cotabato, and this will be followed by the two reports which were manifested by Councilor Salada during the privilege hour on the deed of donation of the new COMELEC office, as well as the deed of donation of the Hall of Justice.
Please proceed.
11th Committee Report, May 26, 2026, from the committee, as mentioned by the Secretary, and the subject matter. Facts and findings. The 20th Sangguniang Bayan, in its 36th regular session, referred the above stated measure to the Committee on Health, Nutrition, and Sanitation on April 14, 2026 for appropriate action. On April 22, 2026, the committee convened at the Sangguniang Bayan Session Hall to deliberate on the matter. During the hearing, the proponent explained that the original ordinance had previously been approved by the Barangay Council on October 13, 2025. However, because the same was not transmitted to the Sangguniang Bayan for review and appropriate action, the Barangay Council passed a reaffirming resolution upon the advice of the Sangguniang Bayan staff. Number 3, the committee noted that the primary intention of the measure is to promote healthier beverage consumption within Barangay Poblacion by encouraging the serving of fresh milk and other nutritious drinks instead of soft drinks and other sugar-sweetened beverages during barangay activities. It was emphasized during the hearing that the measure seeks to support public health initiatives, especially among the youth, while likewise encouraging the utilization and promotion of locally available products such as buko juice, taho, soya milk, cucumber juice, and similar nutritious beverages. The committee recognized the good intention of the Barangay Council in promoting healthy lifestyle practices and acknowledged that the proposed measure is strictly limited in application to activities, gatherings, and programs conducted by Barangay Poblacion. During the deliberation, several observations and recommendations were also raised by the members of the committee regarding the clarity and completeness of certain provisions of the ordinance, particularly on the definition of healthy beverages and sugar-sweetened beverages, allowable sugar content standards, placement of legal basis, section titles, and identification of acceptable nutritious beverages. The proponents subsequently addressed and incorporated the observations and recommendations raised during the committee hearing by amending and refining the provisions of the ordinance. The committee further noted that the ordinance remains promotional and advisory in nature, intended to encourage healthier beverage practices during barangay functions without imposing mandatory compliance upon private individuals or establishments beyond the scope of barangay-sponsored activities. It was also manifested during the hearing that public consultations and participation from concerned agencies, including the Department of Health, Department of Social Welfare and Development, and Department of Agriculture, were undertaken prior to the approval of the ordinance at the barangay level, and in view of the foregoing and after careful deliberation of all submissions, clarifications, and the incorporated amendments, the committee finds the proposed measure to be aligned with the municipality's advocacy on health promotion and healthy lifestyle practices and considers the same to be in order. Recommendations to adopt this committee report, to pass a resolution approving Barangay Resolution Number 26, Series of 2026 of Barangay Poblacion, entitled A Resolution Affirming and Reenacting Ordinance Number 12, Series of 2025, an ordinance promoting healthy beverages choices by encouraging the serving of nutritious drinks in place of soft drinks and other sugar-sweetened beverages during barangay affairs, gatherings, and meetings in Barangay Poblacion, Polomolok, South Cotabato. To consider this matter as one of the ordinance measures in today's session. Reported by yours truly, concurred by Honorable Ligaya Arbesido, Honorable Jerome Y. Ananti, Honorable Angelic T. Costas, Honorable Antonio Octavio. So I move, Madam Presiding.
Said report is approved.
12 Joint Committee Report, May 26, 2026, from the Committee on Rules, Good Governance and Oversight, and the Committee on Housing, Land Utilization, Zoning, Urban Planning, Public Works, and Utilities. Subject is the request of the honorable members, the request of the honorable Mayor Benigno Palencia to execute and sign the deed of donation in favor of the Commission on Elections for the establishment of a new commonly office building in the municipality. Facts and findings. The 20th Sangguniang Bayan in its 28th regular session referred the above stated mission to the RIN committees on February 19, 2026 for proper review and evaluation. During the committee hearing held on March 26, 2026 at the Sangguniang Bayan Session Hall, it was noted that the proposed 2,000 square meter parcel land situated at Barangay Pagalawan intended for donation for the establishment of the Comelec office building forms part of the Polomolok General Hospital compound. The municipal architect discussed the proposed master site development plan for the Pagalungan property and explained that the primary objective thereof is to establish clear institutional boundaries while preserving the expansion potential of the hospital within the next 5 to 10 years. It was further clarified that approximately 2 to 3 hectares have already been identified for hospital use, while the proposed donation area is located along the frontage portion outside the projected clinical expansion zone. The body further noted that based on available records, the entire Pagalungan property was originally acquired for hospital purposes. Although previous administration had conceptualized preliminary subdivision allocations for various government uses, no official subdivision plan or separate land titles have yet been finalized. It was likewise expressed the reservations on the establishment of additional government structures within the vicinity of the hospital, emphasizing the importance of preserving open spaces and ensuring proper institutional zoning compatible with the hospital environment. The joint committees also emphasized the necessity of adopting a comprehensive and officially approved master site development plan for the entire Pagalongan compound, including the proposed Comelec office building, in order to prevent uncoordinated infrastructure placement and to ensure orderly land utilization through long-term planning. And after thorough deliberation, the joint committees agreed that the proposed land donation for the Comelec office building is hereby recommended for favorable consideration and approval, provided that the final allocation, technical description, and exact area to be donated shall conform with the approved master site development plan, which shall be approved by this august body. Recommendations: to adopt this joint committee report, to pass a resolution authorizing the municipal mayor, Honorable Bernie D. Palencia, to execute and sign the deed of donation in favor of the Commission on Elections for the establishment of a new Comelec office building in the municipality of Polomolok, South Cotabato, subject to the approved master site development plan, which shall serve as basis for the final allocation, technical description, configuration, and exact area of the property to be donated, ensuring orderly land use and proper institutional planning within the area. To furnish the concerned offices with a copy of this joint committee report for their information and appropriate action, and to consider this resolution as an urgent matter during today's session. Reported by yours truly, concurred by Honorable Richard G. Jovero, Honorable Ligaya Arbisido, Honorable Jeromayo Anti, and Honorable Joar Falcon. So I do so move, Madam Presiding.
Said report is approved.
Next, the last report, 13th Joint Committee Report, May 26, 2026. The same committee, and subject is the request of the municipal mayor to negotiate and sign the deed of donation of a parcel of land with an area of 1,700 square meters located at Barangay Pagalongan, this municipality, in favor of the Supreme Court of the Philippines, and to sign other documents related thereto for the construction of a new Hall of Justice within the municipality of Polomolok. Facts and findings: the 20th Sangguniang Bayan in its 20th regular session referred the above stated measure to the hearing committees on February 19, 2026 for proper review and evaluation. During the conduct of the committee hearing held on March 26, 2026 at the Sangguniang Bayan Session Hall, the body noted that the proposed 1,700 square meter parcel plan intended for the construction of a new Hall of Justice is situated within the compound of the Polomolok General Hospital in Barangay Pagalongan. It was explained that while the property was originally required for hospital purposes, the current administration intends to maximize the institutional potential of portions situated outside the active hospital perimeter through the implementation of a holistic and organized site development framework. The joint committees likewise raised the consideration of exploring alternative sites for essential government offices to determine the most appropriate and accessible location for the public. The joint committees further emphasized the importance of establishing a unified and long-term master site development plan for the entire Pagalongan compound, including the proposed Hall of Justice, to ensure the orderly placement of government structures and to preserve proper zoning and institutional planning for the area. And in the course of the deliberations, the joint committees agreed that the proposed land donation for the Hall of Justice is hereby given due course, provided that the final allocation, technical description, and exact area to be donated shall conform with the approved master site development plan for the Pagalongan compound. Recommendations: to adopt this joint committee report, to pass a resolution authorizing the municipal mayor, Honorable Bernie D. Palencia, to negotiate and sign the deed of donation of a parcel of land with an area of 1,700 square meters located at Barangay Pagalungan, Polomolok, South Cotabato, in favor of the Supreme Court of the Philippines and other documents related thereto, subject to the approved master site development plan for the Pagalungan compound, particularly on the final allocation, technical description, configuration, and exact area of the land to be donated. To furnish the concerned offices with a copy of this joint committee report for their information and appropriate action, and to consider this resolution as an urgent matter during today's session. Reported by yours truly, Honorable Alex Tobisalada, Chairperson, Committee on Rules, concurred by Honorable Elias G. Hubero, Honorable Ligaya Rubisido, Honorable Jerome Y. Anti, and Honorable Joar H. Palcon. So I move, Madam Presiding.
So the report is approved. Next.
For the calendar of business and unfinished business, we have two measures under the unfinished business. First is the resolution enacting an ordinance creating the position of Youth Development Officer 3, salary grade 18 in the plantilla of the municipal government of Polomolok, this municipality, prescribing its functions, duties, and responsibilities, and appropriating funds thereof, as well as the ordinance to the effect. And this will be followed by the resolution enacting an ordinance amending General Ordinance Number 10, Series of 2024, entitled an ordinance prescribing fees, charges, and rates for the room accommodations, medicines, pharmaceuticals, various facilities, all medical services, and medications at the PGH of the municipality of Polomolok, South Cotabato, adopting and approving the implementation of additional healthcare services at the PGH, as well as the ordinance to the effect. Again, this is also authored by Councilor Salada.
Honorable Salada for the first unfinished business. I think it's the only problem there, as I remember, is only the appropriation. Yes, only the, yeah, okay.
The funding requirements for the newly created position shall initially be charged against the miscellaneous personnel benefit fund under supplemental budget number 1 series of 2026. Thereafter, the position shall form part of the plantilla of the local government unit of Polomolok, and the corresponding appropriation shall be included in the personnel services component of the municipality's general fund annual budget, subject to applicable budgeting, accounting, and auditing laws, rules, and regulations. Any comment?
Any comments? Unless this is the only issue left. If none, then I think the motion from the author.
I move for the termination of the discussion.
The termination of the discussion for third reading. Final reading next session.
I do move that this be calendared in the third and final reading in the next regular session.
Any second to the motion? It has been moved and seconded. The same is approved. Next. PGH. There's only one issue left, as I remember also in this measure.
We include now the interpartum care benefits and other gynecologic procedures. For vaginal delivery, it is now 29,000. For cesarean section, 58,000. For cesarean delivery following attempted vaginal delivery or after previous cesarean delivery is or now 62,000. So, mataas na siya. No? Others like endometrial sampling or biopsy, 31,500. DNC, 36,500. So, mataas na siya ngayon. So, pwede na mga anak up to now, there is an addition of Section 5 supplementary application of national healthcare rates and guidelines. In the event of any amendment, revision, update, or issuance of new fees, case rates, benefit packages, reimbursement policies, price references, or healthcare service standards by the Department of Health, PhilHealth, or other authorized national agencies, such issuances shall govern and be deemed incorporated into this ordinance insofar as applicable to the operations and healthcare services of the Polomolok General Hospital without need of further amendatory ordinance unless otherwise required by law or by the Sangguniang Bayan.
So, any questions? Honorable Orbisido?
Madam Presiding, actually, it's not a question, but I just would like to clarify yung mga charges. Good, Doc. Doon sa, kung sa una.
Interpartum?
Doc. Kasi I'm already 6, hindi na i-mention. But it's the first time to be... Okay. Hindi ko na lang natapusin yung 60 plus. But it's my first time to be hearing na yung normal delivery is vaginal delivery. Ang term niyan, Doc.
Yeah.
Oo.
Normal spontaneous vaginal delivery.
Vaginal delivery. Kasi di ba oftentimes it is, normal delivery, normal. Pero ang right term pala is vaginal delivery. Okay, turo natin sa mga bata yan. Asa ka nagawas, ay sa kuan, sa flower, ay sa unsa. Just being, yun pala ang tama. Thank you, Doc. First time to be knowing that. Thank you. And it's 29,000.
29,000 na. So, ano lang na siya? 9,000?
Before?
The other charges, nag-increase sila ng 20% because of the increase also of the acquisition cost. And the other services, nag-increase sila para ma-maximize ang atong reimbursement. Kasi kung mag-under below sa package ng atong computation, gamay ang, kung halimbawa, 28 lang, 29 ang package, 28 lang po ang bayaran sa PhilHealth, so logi ta. So, gi-maximize nila, bahala na sa musobra, anyway, zero billing man siya gyapon. Okay.
Okay, any more questions? Doc, i-close na siguro.
If there are any questions, if there none, I now move for the termination of the discussion.
Termination, I think the motion now for the third reading, for its third reading next
I
session.
move that this ordinance be taken on the third and final reading in the next regular session.
It has been moved and seconded, the same is approved. Next.
For the business for the day, second reading for our urgent matters, we have 15 items considered urgent. First of which is the request of our municipal mayor to consider the passage of a resolution authorizing our local chief executive to enter into an MOU with the Mahintana Foundation Incorporated for the implementation of the promoting peace engagements and community empowerment towards progress and healing or Pro Peace PH program in our municipality.
Any motion for the approval of the MOU between the LGU and Mahintana?
Thank you, Madam Presiding. I move to pass a resolution authorizing the Municipal Mayor Honorable Bernie D. Palencia to enter into a memorandum of understanding with Mahintana Foundation Incorporated for the implementation of the Promoting Peace Engagements and Community Empowerment Towards Progress and Healing program in the municipality of Polomolok.
It has been moved and seconded. The same is approved.
And
Next.
the number 2 urgent is the request also of our municipal mayor for the consideration and the passage of resolution authorizing our municipal mayor, Honorable Bernie de Palencia, to enter into MOA with the DSWD Regional Office 12 for the implementation of the Pag-abot program in our municipality.
Honorable Javero.
Thank you, Madam Presiding. So I move to pass a resolution authorizing the municipal mayor, Honorable Bernie de Palencia, to enter into memorandum agreement with the Department of Social Welfare and Development, Field Office 12, BSWFO-12 for the implementation of the Pag-abot program in the municipality of Polomolok.
It has been moved and seconded. The same is approved. Next.
The number 3 urgent is also the request of our municipal mayor for the passage of a resolution authorizing our local chief executive to sign the deed of donation in favor of the Philippine National Police, Polomolok Municipal Police Station for the donation of 9 sets of bulletproof vests and 9 sets of bulletproof ballistic helmets.
Anybody from the floor, because the chair of the Committee on Peace and Order is absent? Honorable Octavio.
So thank you, Madam Chair. So I now move to pass a resolution authorizing the municipal mayor, Honorable Bernie de Palencia, to sign and execute a deed of donation in favor of the Philippine National Police Polomolok Municipal Police Station for the donation of 9 sets of bulletproof vests and 9 sets of bulletproof ballistic helmets.
It has been moved and seconded. The same is approved. Next.
And the number 4 urgent is the request of our municipal mayor for an authority to temporarily close the road at Block 3, Purok Masayawan, Barangay Poblacion, this municipality on May 29, 2026, starting 1 p.m. in connection with the 38th founding anniversary celebration of Purok Masayawan under the theme One Purok, One Community.
Honorable Salada is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding. I move to pass a resolution for the temporary closure of the Porok Masaya Block 1 or Adelpa Street for the from 1 p.m. to 11:59 on May 29,
2020, May 29, 2026.
2026.
Ganon.
Any second?
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. The same is approved.
Yes, may
Honorable
59,
Artesido.
hindi ba 12 midnight na lang? Sige lang, as requested.
Okay, let's proceed.
And the number 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 urgents are the budgets, annual budgets of barangays Lapu, Sumbakil, Rubber, Polo, and Maligo.
Honorable Buntuyan.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move to pass a resolution declaring operational fiscal year 2026 General Fund annual budget of Barangay Lapu, Polomolok South, Cotabato amounting to 5,214,032 pesos as embodied of its appropriate ordinance number 1 series of 2025, and also a resolution declaring operational fiscal year 2026 General Fund annual budget of Barangay Sumbakil, Polomolok South, Cotabato amounting to 4,601,386 pesos as embodied of its appropriation ordinance number 1 series of 2025, and also a resolution declaring operational fiscal year 2026 General Fund annual budget of Barangay Raber, Polomolok South, Cotabato amounting to 7,606,425 as embodied of its appropriation ordinance number 1 series of 2025, and resolution also declaring operational fiscal year 2026 General Fund annual budget of Barangay Pulo amounting to 7,606,425 as embodied of appropriation ordinance number 1 series of 2025.
I so move, Madam Chair.
It has been moved and seconded. The same is approved.
And the number 10, urgent, is the Barangay Ordinance number 1, Series of 2026 of Barangay Poblacion, entitled an ordinance institutionalizing the annual Saya Kabataan, a summer youth festival of Barangay Poblacion, this municipality, providing for its implementation, appropriating funds therefore.
Honorable Costas.
I move to pass a resolution approving the Barangay Ordinance number 1 of Series of 2026 of Barangay Poblacion, entitled An Ordinance Institutionalizing the Annual Saya Kabataan, a Summer Youth Festival of Barangay Poblacion, Polomolok, South Cotabato, providing for its implementation and appropriating funds therefore. Author by Honorable Angelic Dave O. Costas, co-author by Honorable Eleazar G. Jovero, co-sponsors all committee members.
It has been moved and seconded. The same is approved. Next.
The number 11, urgent, is the request of our municipal mayor for the passage of resolution authorizing a local chief executive to enter into MOA and other pertinent documents related thereto with the BDO Network Bank Incorporated, a subsidiary of the BDO Unibank, for the establishment of a salary loan program for the LGUs of employee of the LGU of Polomolok.
Honorable Salada.
I move to pass a resolution authorizing the municipal mayor, Honorable Bernie D. Palencia, to enter into a memorandum of agreement and other pertinent documents related thereto with the BDO Network Bank Incorporated, or BDONB, a subsidiary of the BDO Network, BDO Unibank, for the establishment of a salary loan program for the employees of the local government unit of Polomolok, South Cotabato. I move, Madam Presiding.
It has been moved and seconded. The same is approved.
And the number 12, urgent, is Barangay Ordinance number 1, Series of 2026 of Barangay Quinilis, entitled an ordinance imposing sanitary landfill utilization and environmental fees on all garbage hauling trucks, dumping waste at the municipal sanitary landfill located at Barangay Quinilis, this municipality.
Thank you, Madam Presiding. I move to pass a resolution disapproving Barangay Ordinance number 1, Series of 2026 of Barangay Quinilis, entitled an ordinance imposing sanitary landfill utilization and environmental service fees on all garbage hauling trucks dumping waste at the municipal sanitary landfill located in Barangay Quinilis, Municipality of Polomolok, South Cotabato.
It has been moved and seconded. The same is approved.
That is
Next.
due to lack of legal basis.
Due to lack
Yes.
of legal basis.
Let's proceed.
And then the next urgent, and the last two, last three. These are the ordinance of Barangay Poblacion, number 26, a resolution affirming and reenacting ordinance number 12, series of 2025, an ordinance promoting healthy beverage choices by encouraging the serving of fresh milk and other nutritious drinks in place of soft drinks and other sugar-sweetened beverages during barangay affairs, gatherings, and meetings in Barangay Poblacion, this municipality, followed by the deed of donation for the new Comlic office and the deed of donation for the Hall of Justice.
Honorable Salada.
Thank you, Madam Presiding. I move to pass a resolution approving Barangay Resolution number 26, Series of 2026 of Barangay Poblacion, entitled a resolution affirming and reenacting Ordinance number 12, Series of 2025, an ordinance promoting healthy beverages choices by encouraging the serving of fresh milk and other nutritious drinks in place of soft drinks and other sugar-sweetened beverages during barangay affairs, gatherings, and meetings in Barangay Poblacion, Polomolok, South Cotabato. Right, no.
It has been moved and seconded. The same is approved.
Next is, I move to pass a resolution authorizing the municipal mayor, Honorable Bernie D. Palencia, to execute and sign the deed of donation in favor of the Commission on Elections for the establishment of a new Comlic office building in the municipality of Polomolok, South Cotabato, with an area of 2,000 square meters.
When moved and seconded, the same is approved. Next.
Next, the last resolution. I move to pass a resolution authorizing the Municipal Mayor, Honorable Bernie D. Palencia, to negotiate and sign the deed of donation of a parcel of land with an area of 1,700 square meters located at Barangay Pagalungan, Polomolok, South Cotabato, in favor of the Supreme Court of the Philippines and other documents related thereto. So I move.
It has been moved and seconded. The same is approved. Before we will go to the scheduled second reading, let's have a recess. Session resumed.
For the scheduled second reading, we have a resolution enacting an ordinance institutionalizing the Polomolok Festival as the official festival of the municipality of Polomolok to be celebrated annually every September 10 and providing guidelines for the implementation, funding and accountability and sustainability thereof, as well as the ordinance in effect, authored by Councilor Dave Amor.
Honorable Amor.
Thank you, Madam Presiding. So I would like to manifest, Madam Presiding, that due to the time constraints, I'd like to manifest that these measures be deliberated during the next session.
There's a motion that the same be instead deliberated on next regular session.
And for the third and final reading, we have a resolution enacting an ordinance creating the Municipal Youth Development Office, MOIDO, under the Office of the Municipal Mayor and providing funds therefore, as well as the ordinance in effect, authored by Councilor Salada.
Honorable Salada. Because we are still, I think the author is still thinking about us to the co-authorship.
I am thinking that the author will be Abdilik because tas co-author lang ako. Sa para may mag-graduate siya, mayroon din siyang ordinance na naipasa.
Dali lang ha, 5-minute recess. Committee of the Whole. Any announcements? Wala. Honorable Salada.
Committee meeting on Thursday kay Halidi Ogma. Committee on Rules. And
Okay, session adjourned. Please rise for the closing prayer by Honorable Salada.
let us pray. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you, Lord, for this wonderful day that you've given us. Thank you for the wisdom, the knowledge that you have bestowed upon us. And as we depart from this session hall today, may we bring your love, your wisdom, and your kindness, that we may be also an example to our constituents. May this session be a fruitful session, will lead us to greater heights in serving our constituents of Polomolok. May your will be done, Lord, into this august body, that the subject matter that we have discussed will relate to the improvement of the life of our people here in Polomolok. Bestow upon us peace, love, and care, and protect us, our co-members of the Sangguniang Bayan, as well as all the staff of the Sangguniang Bayan. As we depart in this place, keep us safe and sound as we arrive in our respective homes. This we pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, everyone. So, let's proceed na siguro, no? Hindi na tayo mag-break.